Yo, we are live. What is going on, y'all? It's your boy, Larry Long Jr., back for this week's Midweek, Midday Motivational Minute. I never can believe how fast time is flying. This is episode number 32. We're 33 weeks into the year. This is episode number 224 overall. And y'all know, in classic Larry fashion, I got to ask, can you hear me now? Are the microphones on and are they strong? And yes, Elliot, back to school is cool. So first, I got to give a shout out. What's going on, Nicole? I hope back to school is cool for you and your little one. But I got to give a shout out to myself. Yeah, sharing is caring. And we'll talk about sharing, but sharing is caring. I got two just for all of you. Last week, LLJR Enterprises sponsored and powered the Midweek, Midday Motivational Minute. Today, I got to give a shout out. We are powered by Sharon Grossman. Yes, the author of The Stress Advantage. Yeah, can you see it? As well as Really Good Team Building. And I'm giving a shout out to Sharon. She's one of my keynote speaker colleagues who not just rocks the mic, but she also has mic drop moments, which I'll share with you how I got to the mic drop moments. But she's a stress and burnout specialist, author of 2 books. She's the owner of Productivity Trainers. And their tagline is taking teams from overwhelm to optimal performance. So if you're looking to go from overwhelm as an individual or team to optimal performance, please call my friend Miss Sharon. So last week, we wrapped up our series. It was a 5-part series where we did intentional reflections. And last week, week 5, we talked about what are your dreams? No, your big dreams. Week 4, we talked about how are you celebrating intentionally. We then remembered my mother-in-law, Tati. Love you, Tati, R.I.P. Week 3, we talked about what are you chasing and why? Yeah, the Olympics just wrapped up. I want to know, what are you chasing and why are you chasing it? I know some of y'all are like, what you talking about, Willis? I tried that one time to a group of students. They said, hold up, Larry, who's Willis? And what is he talking about? You got to know your audience. Week 2, we talked about what are you learning about yourself? And week 1, we asked, what are you doing that brings you joy? Not what are you thinking, not what are you writing and taking notes about, but what are you actually doing? Now, today I wanted to talk about going back to school. My kiddos, they had their first day of school last Friday. I got a high schooler, pray for me, 9th grade. Oh, it's mean on these streets, and a 5th grader. But I wanted to know, what are you? Yes, you. If you can hear my voice, if you can see me talking to all my Argentinian fans, I know you don't understand. No entiendo what I'm saying, but I'm saying it with passion. How do you go back to school? And I want to know not just what are you learning, that's great, the what, but also how. How are you learning? Is it coming from books? Is it coming from podcasts? Is it coming from this midweek, midday motivational minute blogs? Are you getting out there and going to networking events, chopping it up with your peers? Are you part of a mastermind group, a support group? Are you taking classes, courses, online, in person? Also, who? We talked about the what, the content, the learning, the how. I also want to know who. Who are you learning from? Who are your mentors? Who are your senseis, Daniel-san? Who are those that are supporting you along this growth, along this learning journey, assisting you as you go back to school? And maybe not in the traditional sense, but going back to school is all about filling your brain with learning. And once you learn, now you've got to implement it. So I've got to give a quick shout out. And before I give the shout out, I got to let you know, because my son was talking about some of his classes. He said, oh, I might need to drop this class and pick up another class. And we talked about why. And maybe sometimes you got to drop a class. Could be a person who's in your ear that's not serving you. It could be something you're reading, you're listening to, something you're watching that's not serving you and the direction that you're going. Sometimes you got to find something new. Could that be you? Could I be speaking to you right now? I'm going to slow down and say it a little bit louder for the people in the back. Sometimes you have to find something new. I think the definition of insanity is doing the same daggone thing and expecting different results. Now, we know this, man and woman, but what are we doing? Think about it. I'm going to give you a second to reflect. Do you need to find something new? Is what you've been doing serving you the best way possible? Yeah, for IG, I know that my microphone is blocking me out. Oh my goodness. Mama said knock you out. Sometimes you got to knock out that microphone. For my folks on YouTube, LinkedIn, and IG, and Facebook, you're like, what you talking about, Willis? I hope you know who Willis is and what he's talking about. But essentially, I got to give a shout out. I was supposed to have a 30-minute chat with my colleague, Dr. Sharon Grossman. 2.5 hours later, she had dropped. I seriously have 1, 2, 3 pages of notes from her dropping knowledge, dropping insights, sharing with me. Sharon shared with me her step-by-step process and helping me to think about ways to elevate my business, giving me guidance on how I can expand out of simply speaking and emceeing. There's a world out there that I've been scared of. I've been nervous about. And she said, Larry, it's simple. I said, maybe for you. She said, let me walk you through. She took my hand and guided me step by step. And not only that, she gave me the info, but she also said, I'm willing to invest additional time to hold you accountable. Mind blown. We're going to be meeting in 2 weeks to make sure that my say-do ratio is 100%. What I said I'm going to do, I actually do. She said, in the meantime, send me a text and let me know some of the ideas that you're thinking as we can work on this together. Oh my goodness. This is absolutely amazing. Having an accountability partner, having someone that I can support and is supporting me to help my business get to where I want it to be. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Sharon. I hope you were able to tune in. For those that are listening, right now, today, it is 12:09 on Wednesday, August the 14th. Today is the perfect day. Right now is the perfect time for you to reflect on how are you going back to school on a regular basis. My kids go to school every Monday through Friday. How are you going back to school to get your learn on? Who's teaching you? Who's guiding you? Who's challenging you to be that Olympic gold medalist that you were meant to be? Who's supporting you? Hercules, in getting your learn on, your earn on, your development and your growth and your progress. Yes, who's holding you accountable to do what you said you would do, to do those things that you know you should be doing, to be the best that you can possibly be? How are you implementing? How are you taking action? I want you to think about that right now. And I also want you to think about, hey, if I can ever be of assistance, please let me know. Please check out Dr. Sharon Grossman. This is what she does. She helps elevate people. She helps them fight through the stress, the strain, the burnout. Oh my goodness, this is absolutely amazing. Oh, I see you, baby. I see you in the comments. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I love you. You're crazy. But essentially, whatever I can do to support you, let me know. I'm here to encourage you. Go back to school. Get your learning on. Get your growing on. Have a little bit of fun. Give yourself some recess. That was my favorite subject back in the day. Have a little bit of recess. Now, let's see. There were some comments in here. Let's see. What do we got? Elliot Garcia, back to school is cool. You got that right. Let me see. We got J Schmo Sports talking about these youngins. I'm learning to put myself first, moving and doing what I need to do for myself, to set myself up for success. Going to the school of life. I like that. I think they call that HKU, Hard Knocks University. I think I got a graduate degree from the school of HKU. And the reason why I got a graduate degree is because I made a whole lot of strikeouts, a lot of mistakes. But that is such a great school to learn from. My new leadership team is teaching me how to trust management. I definitely dropped a class, aka former management. I love to hear that. J Schmo Sports, keep up the amazing work. Keep surrounding yourself with folks that are going to elevate. As I elevate my pocket square, it went hiding. It was hiding from a brother. But I encourage you to continue surrounding yourself with folks that will elevate. Hey, thank you so much for tuning in this Wednesday for the week's midweek, midday motivational minute. I will see you next Wednesday, the 21st. Time flies. August 21st. And my hope is that between now and then, you've gone back to school with intentionality, with purpose, to learn something new, to gain different perspective from someone new, or maybe even from someone old that you haven't asked the questions of. I appreciate you tuning in. Wish you all the best and continued success. And I'll see you next Wednesday, August the 21st. Bye for now. Peace. Thanks so much, my folks. All right.